Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another edition of Watching Twin Peaks for the first time.
Yes.
Today we are talking about the season 1 finale episode called The Last Evening.
There's a lot to talk about.
Yes, I have. If you're just joining us, welcome. I am Wade Bradford. I've watched the show a couple times.
Yes.
Mackenzie has
I
not
have
seen
not
it.
seen all of it.
And so
now
I
I've seen the first
thought it would be fun if we follow Mackenzie's journey and see if she can solve the mystery of Twin Peaks, in particular, among other things, but certainly to figure out who killed Laura
I want to
Palmer.
figure out who killed Laura Palmer. And I've done something very Agent Cooper.
Tell us about it.
I went out and I saw these and I was like, oh, I don't need those. I love them. I don't need them. But we got it.
Agent Cooper says this, right?
A present.
Every day, once a day, give yourself a present.
Give yourself a present. And then I was like, what if I use the dice and we do 2 to 12.
Numbers 2 to 12.
And we come up with 11 people that it might be who killed Laura Palmer, and we'll roll the dice, and you can't tell me if I'm right or wrong. But we're going to see if the dice can be right. They haven't been opened yet.
So you're going to use...
We're going to use...
Dale Cooper's rock throwing technique, but with dice. And we're just going to... All right, and we'll do that at the tail end of it.
So when we go through people,
we'll give them a number. It's security sealed?
It's security sealed.
You ready
it's
to open?
Guaranteed.
Okay.
So we'll open it when it gets closer.
Okay, wow.
I know.
All right, so we're going to get into this episode. And and you have also sort of abandoned taking notes during the show.
Oh, well, yeah, because last night I was tired.
You're tired. Okay.
But
but that's okay, because I've got some things to make you familiarize yourself.
Yeah. Our friend, Scary Man, Awful Doctor.
So Dr. Jacoby, what happens to him?
Punched. Gets his lights knocked out. He's trying to maybe kidnap Laura, and he's just like, oh, Laura's in the park. And then he gets smacked down by Masked Man, who we don't really know who it is.
Okay. Do you have any theories on who beats up Dr. Jacoby?
We know it's a man, and we know he's taller than Dr. Jacoby.
All right. So that's
suspect on the list.
It.
So and he has brown eyes.
You saw his eyes?
Yeah, you see his eyes. I assume they're brown eyes because they didn't reflect.
Okay, so a tall man with brown eyes. Mm-hmm. So no character guesses yet.
No, I don't have a character guess.
Okay.
It could be. Well, actually, I do kind of have a guess.
Okay.
It could be Hank. Hank seems to have his hands in a lot of things.
Hank's doing a lot of things.
Hank's doing a lot.
Okay, he's like, when he sucks on that domino, it gives him a lot of energy. Apparently, and he goes
out. Cocaine?
I don't know.
Okay, wait, no, he shouldn't be on the list because he can't have killed Laura Palmer. He could not have killed Laura Palmer.
No, but
I was going to make him a six.
He could. I see. But he could have been out doing bad things, and because
Dr. Jacoby.
Yeah. All right. Well, tell us what's going on with Audrey Horne. And by the way, I love the seamstress, the hunchback seamstress.
When she came on screen, I went, "Oh my gosh, I want to be her." She goes into a little secret door. What if she Laura Palmer?
Do you? So this ends with Audrey is still at One-Eyed Jack's.
She's at One-Eyed Jack's, and her father is coming into the room.
Yes. So
about to maybe not know who she is.
So Benjamin Horne is coming into the room. All right. Do you think Audrey's plan is going to help with the investigation?
No. I think it's going to make everything worse.
It'll make everything worse. Okay. And speaking of investigations, so also in this episode, Dale Cooper and Ed are undercover at One-Eyed Jack's, and we're talking to Jacques. And Jacques is very prominent in this episode for a couple reasons.
He's great. He gets killed.
Yeah. So we'll skip ahead a little bit, right? So Jacques gets actually
Andy shoots him.
So we'll talk about that. So Jacques is talking about Laura. Yeah. He's talking about the bird.
Like he knows a little bit.
He says Laura bites the bullet, meaning that she bites down on the chip.
My suspicion about the chip was correct. If you remember, I was like, what if she just thought it was gold and she bites down on it and goes into her?
So she's biting down on it.
I was correct of how it got into her.
That you said
as far as I know,
she bit into it. I don't think she thought it was gold, but
but I mean,
but she was doing the biting. Okay. So then Dale makes plans for Jacques to meet up because he's tricked Jacques.
Yeah.
And so when Jacques shows up, he's arrested.
Right.
But then he grabs a gun and he's about to shoot Sheriff Truman.
Right.
And then what happens?
And then Andy, out of nowhere, with precision like a hawk, shoots the guy just out of nowhere. We don't even see him grab his gun. He's that fast.
All right. And
clumsy Andy.
So does that seem suspicious to you?
Seems suspicious to me. It does. It also seems like maybe he had something to do with the case, as he does, disable the guy before the guy's able to see Andy. Ed is never able to see Andy. Or not Ed.
Jacques?
Yeah.
Jacques
never able
Andy.
to see Andy.
Well, when Jacques is being smothered, I have to tell you guys this. So I shouldn't say poor Jacques because he's a scumbag, but Jacques is being smothered by a pillow.
Nobody should be killed.
And like the gloved hands are holding the pillow, and Mackenzie the whole time is like, "That's Andy.
That's Andy.
Andy's
That's straight up Andy.
Andy is smothering Jacques." He's finishing the job, and it's kind of an interesting theory, right? Because there's Andy's shooting at Jacques.
Yeah. Which is fair. It's good.
But he's shooting in a way that seemed like it was very skilled.
Yeah, and like it was
contrast
planned.
To the
because he grabs the gun and like a second goes by and he's like, bang, gone.
So we find out that it was not. No, we're not even talking about it in order, but that's okay. So we're finding out that it was not Andy that killed Jacques. It was Leland Palmer.
Poor Leland.
So Leland Palmer.
I think killed his own daughter.
So Leland's still on the suspect list. So does Leland killing Jacques make him more of a suspect, less of a suspect,
more of a suspect.
Neutral? Okay.
I think he's more of a suspect. He worked with a guy who possibly made his daughter a prostitute. Leland works for a guy who possibly got his daughter into.
So how much do you think that Leland knows? Because Ben Horn's a pretty shady guy. Do you think Leland
is also shady?
Is equally shady, or let me ask you this: do you think Leland knows all the stuff or most of the shady things that Ben has been up to?
Yes.
Okay.
I think so.
So that would make him a shady character as well.
Yeah, and he just killed a man.
He did just kill him. But
I get oh my gosh,
I think a lot of people are going to see it as like, oh, he murdered my daughter.
Right.
So I'm taking revenge. That's not revenge is, obviously illegal in this way. But I think there's a lot of people that might say like,
Right. But he also doesn't seem like the kind of guy who's been super invested in the investigation until they found Jacques.
Okay. Because he's been doing a lot of dancing and crying. And
he should know Jacques because of Ben. Because Ben is also, they're both employees of Ben.
Okay.
They're both employees of Ben.
So you think that he knows
Jacques. I think at least maybe of him.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so there's another shady character in the background, Leo.
Yeah.
Now, by the time we get to the end of this episode, when Dale Cooper is walking down the hallway, he's talking about, they're hoping to zero in and apprehend Leo to arrest him for the murder of Laura Palmer. And of course, Leo is very capable of murder, as here he's going to try to kill Shelley in the fire.
Yeah.
But what are your thoughts on now? Leo has never been a suspect, and I think, and we've kind of talked about this before. I think it's because when we're watching mystery movies,
too obvious.
The person that's the most obvious, we sort of psychologically rule them out.
Too obvious,
which is weird, right? When you think about it, because if you were actually trying to solve a crime,
you would not be
like, is that shady guy that's carrying a body? Nah, that's too obvious. Let's keep looking.
Couldn't have done
Let's look at the old lady that lives next door.
Let's look at the one that.
So here's is Nadine.
Nadine in my heart is still prime suspect.
Okay,
I don't think she's dead.
So in this scene, she has taken pills.
We assume.
Yeah, we assume it's true.
We put them into a bowl.
We see pills, but they don't show it. And then Ed comes in, is like trying to wake her up, and then
she has a phone next to her. She's written a note.
Yes.
So my theory is that she has some type of guilt connected. Or B is doing more sinister activities by pretending to fake her own death. Or like not, like trying to pretend like she...
Something subversive.
Yeah, because she knows
people off the
she might be able to know that there's a couple people in the hospital right now that are prime suspects.
Okay.
And she
wants to get to the hospital.
Which, it's kind of a weird way to get in the hospital.
Okay.
But if you only took like 5 of those pills.
We don't know how many pills we've taken.
Yeah, and we don't know what kind of pills they are.
We don't know what kind of pills they are.
She just makes a little bowl.
Okay.
I kind of wanted her to pour milk in it when she did that.
Going back to what you were saying about the rail car, do you think that Nadine may have been a person that was there?
Yes. I think she could have been a person at the railway car.
Okay.
I think it is suspicious in my mind that we can't account for her at nighttime most of the episodes. Like, up until this point.
It does say it's like, she's
like, oh, she's
very
out.
late.
She's very late. She's not doing well. That's something that Ed said last time. She's sick.
She's not well.
And somebody asked him, like, what do you mean? And he didn't answer. It's a little wild.
Okay. So this is a great shot with the horns on Hank's head. So what do you
my suspicion about Joe being a double agent.
Yeah, so tell about what we learned. What have we learned about Josie?
Yeah, so Josie is basically a double agent. We found out that she killed her. Well, she had a guy kill her husband. She had Hank kill her husband to not sugarcoat it or anything. She just had him kill her husband, and we don't know why. And she seems to be more sinister this episode. And that proves my point that Dale Cooper does not know when someone's lying to him.
Oh, that's interesting. So
should not have trusted. Should not have trusted. Like,
I'm trying to think. Did Josie say something to Dale Cooper that would have been a lie?
No,
because the sheriff is saying like, "I love her. Let's help." So.
But he's like, "Do you know where she's from?" You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, should we trust her? He says, should we trust her?
Do you think the sheriff lied to Dale Cooper?
No.
Okay.
But I don't, he's not making smart choices. Like, if he has magical powers that he claims, he's like, I'm a strong sender. She's evil.
Then he would have solved the mystery as soon as he's like, hey, I met that person. That's the killer, right?
I think he probably is going to.
That maybe
he
that'll
hasn't
happen.
met Nadine.
He was next to her at the funeral. We saw the photo.
Are you gonna go around pointing like you're the killer?
So
at
you
the
think
funeral?
he was standing at the funeral going like it's her?
Or there's a whole bunch of other people around him.
Oh, okay.
He might not be able to know.
Maybe she's a strong anti-sender.
Yeah.
And then, do you think these two are gonna fall back in love again, Pete and Catherine?
I think Pete's gonna die.
Oh, because of the fire?
Yeah, I think Pete's gonna die, and then most of the people we think are gonna be dead are gonna be alive.
Okay. So you think Pete? Gotcha. So,
I think Pete's gonna die, Nadine's gonna live, and we're gonna be like, oh.
Do you think Leo is?
I think Leo is dead.
Dead done.
Because that
he
makes
gets shot
it easier.
While Bobby was about to be axed to death.
Yeah.
So Bobby got very lucky, and
Bobby
do you remember
who
does it show? So Hank is a very busy young man.
He's a very entrepreneur man.
So why did Hank shoot Leo?
Something has. Is he just like, I'm gonna help battered women? Is that his goal? Is that Hank's goal? Is Hank's goal, you're mean to women, I'm gonna kill you?
Mackenzie's on Team Hank.
No, I'm just saying, whenever we have a character that's like, this is a good character, we have just nope, not a good character.
Oh, okay.
Because Joe.
So do you think Hank stopped by? You know who's abusive? Leo.
No, but I think that possibly at some point, he gets hired. By women who are being battered.
Okay, so you think
because that's the only connection I can see.
Okay, so maybe Shelley hired Hank, or
Norma
Norma hired Hank.
Norma, yeah, because he is taking an interest in talking to Shelley.
I can't remember if has Ben Horn and probably driving people crazy that have like watched the show over and over. It's like, we know all these connections.
Of course! Yeah.
But to me, the whole Ghostwood, Benjamin Horn, like wheelings and dealings is like, it's like, I hope this isn't important because
I don't know what to think about
I just know they're shady and doing bad things.
I think there's something about the last episode made me kind of change my mind about his business, his hotel. Like, he's a terrible person.
Yeah.
But I want to know, like, what's the business model of Ghostwood? What's that business model?
You're curious about.
I want to know.
How's this? Like, how's this going to play out?
What kind of marketing scheme do we have? We had to have somebody sign, and they had to like trees.
Well, what's interesting is that Benjamin Horn has a lot of legitimate businesses.
Yeah.
Then he's got shady businesses like One Eye Jack's. Now that's over the border, so that might be
it's
okay as
legal.
A brothel / casino.
I mean,
but it's shady. And then there's the really illegal stuff that is going on.
Yeah.
Like the, hiring the thugs to burn things down. And so
but I do want to know his business model for Ghostwood, because maybe it's not a bad thing. Because everything that's like been good has also been terrible.
Okay. That might sum up Twin Peaks. So the last scene, Dale Cooper is walking into his hotel.
Andy and his girlfriend, the secretary.
Oh,
she's pregnant, and I'm so mad that last time we had this one before I watched this episode. In my notes, I had written, "Is she pregnant?" And she was pregnant.
Okay, so
I'm mad that I didn't write it down.
You called the.
And Andy storms away. He's like, bum, 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 bum. He's like walking through the halls all angry.
So Andy is still a suspect for you, right?
Yes.
And so do you think that does the pregnancy thing, does that in some way influence your interpretation of Andy's motivation if he is a potential suspect?
Yes. He seems to lead some type of double life, in my personal opinion, just based on the way he's carrying himself, especially this episode. This episode only strengthens my beliefs because he's actually climbed back up there. He's probably
we'll talk about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's interesting how much he's like, whoa, whoops, God, and then shoots off into the distance. But like, all of a sudden, oh, danger, bang, danger connected to the case, bang.
Okay.
And then you'd think Andy seems like a guy, especially the way he carried himself before, where he's like, I'm Andy. You'd think
Andy is the one who has called Dale.
Yes.
On the phone.
Yes.
Right before he's shot.
And he's talking about Dr. Jacoby.
Yeah.
But so then I don't think that.
So when Dale Cooper gets shot, Mackenzie, as soon as Dale Cooper gets shot and it goes to credits, what did you say? No.
No, what did I say?
You said he's fine.
Oh yeah, he got shot in the chest for the third time, and I went, he's alive. He's fine.
He's alive. He's fine.
He's fine.
So Mackenzie
I'm set that he's
very, very confident that she's going to see a living Dale Cooper.
Yeah, he's going to be alive
in the next episode.
There is no possible way that he's not alive, and you can mark my words. I think
so that cliffhanger did not draw in.
There
Mackenzie.
was no blood. He's obviously wearing like some suit. It's Dale Cooper. He probably got a suit on under there.
Okay.
He's just gonna like fall back and then he's gonna get up.
You don't think there might be some like supernatural explanation?
Maybe.
Because you've been talking about how
Band-Aids.
You've been saying that maybe he's not like an actual person, or
honestly, I was more intrigued that he got the earplugs in the scene that he got shot.
Oh yeah, because
I was so excited.
Because Mackenzie doubts the existence of Diane. She thinks that Diane might be the tape recorder, or the tapes don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
According to what Dale Cooper says into
Diane.
But we didn't see the earplugs.
We didn't see the earplugs.
But
so
he says that he got the earplugs.
I don't think he would lie, though. I don't think he'd lie to himself.
Okay. All right. So let's do our rundown.
Yes.
So let's go with the top 3 suspects to see if they've changed. Have they changed?
So interestingly enough, Bobby's off the list.
Bobby's off the list.
Okay. Oh, wait, can I say who I think shot Dale Cooper?
Oh, of course, yeah.
I think it's Josie.
You think Josie?
I think Josie shot him.
And why would Josie shoot Dale Cooper?
Well, I had to think about who's not accounted for. And then I had to think, who would do it. And I think Josie has something. Maybe she's hiding from Hank. Or not? Yeah, not Hank. Wait, what's his name?
Hank's the guy with the domino?
No. Josie's hiding something from her boyfriend, the officer.
The sheriff.
The sheriff, the president name.
Ah, okay. So you think that as an FBI agent, Dale Cooper is going to find something?
Because they haven't talked to each other.
Oh, okay.
They haven't talked to each other other than one time.
All right. So that's interesting. You know what's exciting and a little bit embarrassing for me is I don't remember
who
I
shot
don't remember.
Him? Interesting.
I don't remember.
Do you have a guess then?
Well, now that you've said that, and because my memory's bad.
Cool.
My memory's bad. I was like, maybe it is her. Maybe it is her.
Because I was like,
I don't know.
They don't show the hands, and so that made me think because it's in gloves.
Mm-hmm.
All we see is black gloves. Black is kind of her aesthetic too. Black gloves, gun. And we haven't seen that gun before. That was the other thing I was looking for. I was like, have we seen that gun? We haven't. It's just a pretty standard gun. But when they have her in gloves. So my thought is you put them in gloves so you can't tell what the gender of the hands.
The man hands.
Exactly.
Okay.
Because you can't tell how big the hands are. You can't tell anything.
Yeah.
We don't know how big this person is. We know they're in all black. Josie's been in black a lot. And they have gloves, so we can't tell. So that's my thought is
I would guess Hank, but Hank's already been going around shooting people.
And I feel like he's got to have some time to travel. He can't just punch Dr. Jacoby, shoot Leo, and then go shoot.
Yeah.
And it seems like Hank is going to shoot. He's so lucky he didn't get shot in the face.
Oh, the Dale was not shot in the face.
Dale Cooper is lucky he's not shot in the face.
I'm writing
That's
that down.
Why I think he's alive.
That you think prime suspect for shooting Dale Cooper is Josie.
I don't think
prime suspect for beating up Dr. Jacoby is just a man.
Hank.
Oh, you think it's Hank?
It's Hank.
Hank. So Hank beating up Jacoby, Hank shooting Leo, but not shooting Dale Cooper.
Yeah.
Okay. And so getting to the suspects of the Laura Palmer investigation, who is suspect number one?
Okay, it's still Nadine.
All right, still Nadine. Okay.
Coming in clutch.
Suspect
I almost never want to take her off of my suspect list because I'm too attached
there's the fascinating
to the idea
connections
of Nadine.
Gotcha. Okay. And suspect number two?
Suspect number two is going to be, it's Andy.
Okay.
And then suspect number three is Leland.
Suspect number three is Leland.
Wherever he is.
Where is Leland?
He's on the phone.
There he is on the phone.
He's on the phone.
Suspect
Look at him with
Leland.
his left hand.
You know what? We haven't seen much from Sarah Palmer.
We haven't seen much from Sarah Palmer.
I just assume probably just doing that. She's pretty sad.
Probably just crying, seeing people.
All right, so number three, Leland. Number two.
Oh my gosh, when
Andy.
he's sitting in the dark. Oh.
When Leland is sitting in the dark.
Yeah. Do you remember?
When Maddie's
on her way out?
Leaves and he's just sitting on the couch in the dark.
And she doesn't even look at him and he's just like.
Yeah.
As she leaves, it's terrifying.
All right. So Nadine number one.
Andy number
Leland.
two.
So it's kind of been these three throughout most of the season, right? Bobby kind of crept up there for a while. Yeah. Okay.
Bobby was up there.
It's pretty consistent.
Yeah.
All right, folks.
Right.
Well, that takes us through season one. So when do you plan to begin watching? Oh, that's right.
Can we do this? We gotta do this. Okay. We got to figure out a way to just throw numbers at these people.
Okay. So let's say that Sarah Palmer is number one. We can just go off this list.
There's no number one.
Let's just do. Oh, that's right. Okay. Well, then we'll rule out Sarah Palmer.
Okay. No Sarah Palmer because I don't think it's her anyway.
Okay. So we'll just go with the order of this. The first 12 that are on here. Okay. So it'll be 2 will be Leland. 3, you don't even need to write them down.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
3 will be Donna. 4 will be, let's not count that one. 4 will be Crybaby James.
Sad
5 will be Benjamin. 6 will be Leo.
Good.
7, which is the most popular
can we
number.
Skip that one?
You want to skip Dale?
I think we gotta skip Dale.
Then 7 will be the sheriff.
I like that.
8 will be Ed. 9 will be Norma. 10
we're coming in
will be Nadine. 11 will be Ronette Pulaski. and 12 will be the log lady.
Oh my gosh, log lady coming in.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna break the
seal.
Break the seal. We'll have to like tilt the camera down.
I'm going to channel Tibet. Tibet. All right, so we need to roll these so we can see it.
Yes, we gotta put them on the floor. Put them on the floor. Let's go. Channel. This is so David Lynch. You know
this
what
is
I mean?
awkward camera to try to hold my
Okay,
computer.
cool.
Okay. 9.
9. Who was 9? That's so close to 10.
Number 9. Number 9.
Me. Oh my gosh, it's so close
I think
to 10.
9 is Norma.
9 is Norma.
Okay, so
I like it.
We'll see
Norma.
if the dice.
Could the dice tell?
Could the dice tell us? Is it Norma?
We might have to do this every time now.
Just because it's fun.
Just because it's fun and weird.
All right. Thank you, Twin Peaks fans.
Thank you, everybody.
If you are watching Twin Peaks for the first time
yes.
and you are about the same stage that we're at finishing season number 1, we'd love to know
gosh.
Your theories
I'd love
about
if people
the case.
Follow the series and watch.
Yes, and if you've already watched Twin Peaks many times over, you can leave a comment and tell us what you think of our investigation, of Mackenzie's investigation so far.
It's trash.
All right.
But it's fun.
It's fun trash. Bye.
Bye.